Hey, good morning again, TGB. Welcome to another absolutely amazing week. It's going to be a week chock full of amazing activities. Our best students are going to be showcased this week. But first, I want to thank Miss Mesa and Miss Lagunas and Miss Fidel and Miss Galileo Sandoval and everybody involved with Mexican Independence Day celebration last week during both lunches. We had an absolutely amazing time, and we're going to continue to do everything we can to support Meche here on campus. This week, coming up, don't forget to go catch The Diary of Anne Frank, another Megan Dallas production, another brilliant production from our talented theater arts students. It debuts Monday at 4. You can catch it again Tuesday at 4. And if you want some primetime showings, Wednesday and Thursday start time is 6 o'clock. And of course, it's the big Maryvale versus Trevor Browne week, culminating in the Maryvale versus Trevor Browne varsity football game, kicking off at 7 o'clock on Friday. The freshmen take on Maryvale at home on Wednesday at 4. Please be sure if you're coming to the game to get here extra early. We have put some extra security measures in place that aren't typically in place for a normal football game. They will be in place for the Maryvale football game. Parents and students, but not staff, okay, parents and students do need to be wanted for this game. We will not be allowing outside food or drink from parents or students, and we're restricting the attendance of the event to only currently enrolled Maryvale and Trevor Browne students. Alumni from both schools are always welcome, but anybody else will not be permitted to enter. We're looking forward to an absolutely amazing event, a safe event, a celebration of two great student bodies and two great communities. Volleyball is home against Verado on Thursday evening. They will be tipping off at 4 p.m. with their JV. Freshmen go at 5, and our varsity, they tip off at 6 p.m. Also, we have our fall sports assembly this Wednesday during advisory. So there's another great opportunity, teachers to come on out and support all of the great athletic programs here at Trevor Browne. I want to thank Christy Travis, our studio sponsor, for the hard work she does putting together these amazing events, and for the incredible dance that we're having on Saturday night. That's going to be downtown at the Hyatt, another studio production. That will be my weekend, as I will be working that event. I'm looking forward to seeing all the kids dressed up, and thanks to all the staff members that are helping me chaperone that event, and all of our security team. My September Coffee with the Principal Parent meeting is Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. in the community room. As I do every month, I host any parent that's available that's on an early morning schedule. They can't make the night meetings. We have our monthly early morning parent meeting at 7 a.m. on Wednesday of this week. As always, coffee and donuts will be served. Please tell your students to encourage their parents to attend. And just in case that our kids forget to tell their parents or don't want their parents coming, we always do an automatic phone dialer message to every parent school-wide, so they have an opportunity to come on out. I also want to thank Mrs. McCoy in the counseling department for an amazing college fair that they put together for our senior class last week. Had a lot of great community colleges and technical schools out working with our students. It was absolutely amazing. We look forward to increased opportunities and access to college-going opportunities for every single student in our school. Lastly, shortly before kickoff, before the Maryvale Trevor Browne football game on Friday night, come on out to the track, 6 p.m. if you can get there early enough, for our homecoming parade. Yes, it is homecoming week, and we want to kick things off right with a nice parade being coordinated by our cheer coach and our student government sponsor, Ms. Travis. It's a celebration of all the great clubs and activities that we have on campus. So make sure to be a part of the fun and come on out. We look forward to seeing everybody there. Lastly, we're into evaluation season, so I thought the video messages would only be right if we could include some best practices as I come across them across the campus. For those of you figuring out some creative ways to better connect with your students and reduce instances of classroom disruptions, we always know that it's about relationships and rigor in the classroom. So let's talk a little bit about the relationship side of the equation. I'm here with a great example of a clearly communicated set of classroom expectations with regard to academic performance and behavior. And I think sometimes we forget that anytime we're communicating consequences, for failure to meet expectations, we should also communicate rewards. Remember that being very clear and transparent with rewards, instead of just focusing on consequences, kind of gives students an opportunity to shine. And it's also a forced opportunity for us as adults to validate positive behavior. So I'd like to send it over now to Mrs. Detlef, one of our new teachers here on campus, who's also going to share with you some amazing practices that she has in her classroom with regard to student self-assessment, which has typically been an area of some struggle for some teachers in the evaluation system. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to share a really, really efficient and effective practice with regard to student self-assessment. Hey there, Trevor Browne. I'm here in Mrs. Detlef's classroom. Mrs. Detlef is one of the newest members of the English department, but not new to teaching, straight out of MC Cash in the Levine Elementary School District. She's going to share with you a really cool, effective, and efficient practice that she uses to have students self-assess their learning each and every day. Mrs. Detlef?
All right, thank you, Dr. Trujillo. Every day as my students leave the classroom, they show me where they are at, and they kind of tell me how they're feeling with what we worked on that day. Sometimes I'll give them a ticket out the door to just kind of check for understanding, but then they'll take that ticket out the door and they'll tell me how they're feeling overall about our essential question, about our learning objective, by putting it in a color-coordinated folder for the different level of learning. So for example, today we did a Socratic seminar on our article of the week. They self-evaluated at the end of the Socratic seminar, and then they showed me their self-evaluation by putting it into the different folders. If they felt like they exceeded on the Socratic seminar, they feel like they understand Socratic seminar, they're doing a rock star job, they went ahead and put their self-assessment in the exceeds folder, meets, approaches, and then falls far below. This is a really quick way for me to check to make sure where my students are at. It's a good visual for me. I can just kind of look and see how they're doing. Sometimes if we don't have an actual ticket out the door, or if I want to collect their ticket out the door, I'll have them just put their name on a post-it note and put their post-it note on the outside of the folders. So again, it's just a real quick visual for me to know where they're at, and so that way I can monitor and adjust for the next day's lesson.
Awesome. Mrs. Detlef, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Have a great week, everybody.